Hi there, mamas. Welcome to Remote Moms Movement, where we inspire you to earn from home. So, our topic for today is all about cover letter writing. And for this particular tutorial, we'll be talking about the do's of cover letter writing, yung mga dapat nating ginagawa as freelancers. We'll be tackling kung ano ba yung dapat na sinusulat natin sa subject line and kung kanino natin dapat siya ina-address. And then lastly and most importantly, we'll be tackling kung paano gawin or how we can write the actual cover letter that is personalized and at the same time, it resonates with your target clients. So let's begin.
Cover letter is an introduction letter that you as the job seeker send to an employer. So, through it, sa cover letter mo, you get to introduce yourself, and this is also where you explain kung bakit ikaw yung best fit for the job post na you're applying to. So, in essence, yun yung cover letter. But in reality, a cover letter is actually a sales letter. And that is because it's where you can sell yourself as a candidate. It's actually it's something that you use to convince them to take you as their freelancer or as their contractor. So, in essence, the ultimate goal ng cover letter mo is to convince si recruiter to invite you over for an interview. Now, if you get to convince them to hire you on the spot just because of your cover letter, that's well and good. However, kung hindi siya possible, we go for the next best thing, which is to convince the recruiter na at least i-invite ka for an interview. So that's really what your cover letter is designed for. Yun yung main goal niya. So we just need to keep that in mind as we craft our cover letter. Because ang nangyayari kasi sometimes when we create a cover letter, they think that it's all about me. I'm talking about me. But the cover letter is not your autobiography. It's something that you write with them in mind, with your possible client in mind. Okay, so let's delve into the do's of cover letter writing. And we'll start off with reading the job post thoroughly. And this is because minsan, para lang masala ni client, yung mga nagpapasa ng job applications, they insert specific requirements na kapag siniskim mo lang yung job post, na-overlook mo siya. For example, like this one. So they're looking for an experienced VA and they want someone who can start as soon as possible, someone tech savvy, good with deadlines. Ngayon, so kung nabasa mo yun and you're not reading the entire post thoroughly, you might miss na nanghihingi siya nito. So if this sounds like you reply with this job post, to this job post with your Skype ID in your favorite meme. And it should make you laugh. Diba? So, that's why it's imperative for you to always make sure na binabasa mo yung entire job post. And it's easy kasi to sort of just skim through kasi sometimes we might go for quantity, like the more applications I can send, the better. But sometimes, or often than not, quality always beats quantity. So, okay lang kahit konti yung send mo applications, pero if your cover letter is done really well, it might actually be much more beneficial for you as opposed to sending, the maximum amount that you can and not getting any replies. Diba? So, that's the first one. Yeah. Now, this one is very important and ito yung common na nami-miss ng mga beginners or newbies. Do personalize each and every cover letter. Now, I remember there was this person sa isang group, and they asked kung okay lang ba na, i-copy paste yung, cover letter nila. And kasi sabi nila, isa lang naman yung job type na ina-apply nila. So they're just saying the same thing over and over again. But the thing is, even sa onlinejobs.ph, ipaprompt ka niya na huwag mo i-copy-paste yung applications mo because it might actually get you banned. Kasi when you do that, the system might think na it's spam. So you want to try to avoid that. But importantly, you also want to avoid na isipin ni client na you're not really as attentive as they would want. Kasi alam mo yun, wala kang pakialam dun sa job post nila, apply mo lang silang lahat. Parang ganun. So, clients would also want to feel special and they want to know na you care enough about the job that you're applying for to personalize yung letters mo sa kanila. Diba? So, that's why importante na you will always personalize it. So, here are some examples. So, I'm going to show you some VA job posts. So, pare-pareho silang VA job posts. However, yung mga needs nila, it actually varies. And that's why it's important for you to personalize it. Kasi kahit pare-parehong graphics designer or pare-parehong writing gig yan, yung nire-require nila for a freelancer might actually be different. And that's where personalization comes in. So for this one, let's say, they're looking for need to assist management as an assistant with the daily tasks such as emails, phone calls, media posts, company communication, and more. Okay, so in this job post, you can see na ang hinahanap nilang VA is general VA or an admin VA. Diba? But this one, the next one, it's also a VA job post. Pero here, what they're looking for is someone who knows KDP, who knows Etsy, and has background sa editing, video editing, or graphics design rather. Diba? So, it's a VA, pero this one, they're looking for someone who's knowledgeable sa e-commerce stores. And then, this one is also a VA job post. But this one, they're looking for a VA to help them with customer support. So this one, what they're looking for is actually a customer service VA. So there, as you can see, kahit pare-parehong VA ang hinahanap nila, iba-iba silang needs. Iba-iba yung needs na they need for the VA na they're looking for. So it's important for you to take note of that. Okay. So the next one would be for you to focus on them and their needs. So as we mentioned, your cover letter is actually a sales letter. So since sila yung tinatry mong i-convince, you need to focus on them. Ano ba yung kailangan nila and how you can support that. So we're not going to focus on us, we're going to focus on how we can help them. Diba? So going back to that example, for example, this one, they're looking for a general VA. So yun yung isusupport natin, yun yung i-highlight natin, doon tayo magpo-focus. Yan. So dito naman, e-commerce, yun yung kailangan nila na skill. So yun yung need nila. And customer service. So whenever we look at job posts, ang first thing na titignan natin is, or first thing na we need to do is to identify ano ba yung needs ng client na to. Diba? Hindi, ano yung magagawa ko? Rather, ano yung needs nila and paano ko masusupport yung needs na yun. Okay. So, when we write our cover letter, we need to at least keep it short and straightforward. Why? Kasi, si recruiter, at most, or alam mo yun, parang they could get at most 100 applications per job posts. Some more, some less. But just think about it. Kung isa ka lang na recruiter and you have other tasks aside from, recruiting, what usually happens is that they just skim through the cover letters. If they find something that they somehow like, they mark that, and then they will go through that much more thoroughly. So what happens is sa unang sala, it's just, they just skim through it. They don't have time to read very long cover letters word for word. And at the same time, you don't want to sort of drown them with information na um, they can get from your portfolio or from your resume. And at the same time, if they really want to have you on board, they would invite you for an interview. And that's where, when and where you can sort of expound on your skills and talk more about you. So for this one, you just want to keep it short and straightforward, but you need to sort of make it memorable. You need to stand out. Para as they skim through your cover letter, you'll merit a second review. They get to mark your cover letter para mas basahin nila thorough. Okay, and then make sure na you also link your resume and your portfolio sa cover letter mo. So that if they need additional information, they know where to look. And the thing kasi with just linking your resume and your portfolio is that, yeah, you're not drowning them with information. It's more of like, pag kailangan mo na information or like si recruiter, if she needs more information, then alam niya kung saan niya kukunin yung information. But it's like you're giving them the tools and they can sort of get it when they need it, not before they actually need it. So it's ano lang, thinking about them lang din. Na parang, okay, hindi mo pa kailangan information na to, pero if you do need it, this is where you go to. Okay, and lastly, do mind your manners. So, always think the recruiter, and then kung mag-reply man sila whether you get the job or not, always send a thank you note. Thank them for their time. Okay, now we have an idea of what we should be doing. Let's go into really composing our cover letters. And we'll start with the subject line. So, okay, onlinejobs.ph, what I would just do is I will take yung job post title nila. For example, this one, as you can see, Human Resources Virtual Assistant. Yan yung job post title nila. So I will just take that and then add application at the end. So Human Resources Virtual Assistant application. Yun lang nilalagay ko sa subject line. Why? Kasi I want to make sure na it is an application and at the same time, you don't want to make it too cute na they might get confused. You want to make sure na ma-open nila and ma-read nila cover letter. So, kanino mo ngayon i-address? Try as much as possible to avoid using to whom it might concern kasi it just sounds so canned. It sounds so impersonal. Diba? So, at least try to address it to a real person. And how will you do that? Now, for onlinejobs.ph, when you click on a job application, nawawala na yung information kung sino yung nag-post. But what you can do is go back dun sa lists ng mga posts. So, ito, listahan to eh. So, when you click this, it actually opens the entire job post. But this one is like parang list lang sila. Yeah. But when you go to this page, makikita mo, ayan, yung nag-post ng job. And that's the person that you can address it to. That's how you get it. Now, regardless of kung saang platform ka magpapadala ng cover letters, always try to look for the person to address it to. Kasi it makes it much more personalized. Okay, now we'll start with our opening paragraph. Yung opening paragraph natin is more of just like a hook. It's parang you just want to get the recruiter's attention. So KISS, keep it short and simple, or in this case, keep it short and straightforward. Don't make it too long. The idea really here is to grab their attention. So to do that, you need to focus on their needs. Ano ba yung kailangan nila? Di ba kanina, when we went through their job post, we try to identify kung ano ba yung needs nila. So, pag nalaman na natin kung ano yung needs nila, we need to highlight how their company will benefit sa service na ibibigay mo. So, you always need to tailor fit this doon sa job post na ina-applyan mo. So, how will that look like? So, we need someone to do customer support and order fulfillment for me. So, ang kailangan nila, the need is customer support. Customer support who does order fulfillment. So we can just say with 5 years BPO experience under my belt, I always find handling customers easy and I love to bring that skill as a customer support VA to your company. So we always try to tie it ulit sa kanila, sa needs nila. How about this one? This one, I'm looking for someone who can create a list of conferences for 2020 with the event planner's email and name. I need at least 50 conferences. So, ano kailangan niya? Ang kailangan niya is someone who knows how to do research. Diba? Kasi, yun ang gagawin mo. Mag-research ka ng mga conferences and kailangan mong i-identify kung sino yung event planners. Ano yung email address nila, ano yung name nila. So you can probably say research is second nature to me, and I would love to help you research and build I'd love to help research and build a 2020 conference list for you. So it always ties up dun sa need nila. So you need to research, you need to build the conference list. Now this one is a bit long. So here, that's why it's important for you to read it thoroughly para you make sure that you understand their needs clearly. So we need a dedicated assistant to set appointment, handle all the prospective needs, must be positive and driven by results, also coachable. Ano yung mga requirements? Candidates must be ready full-time or part-time, must be okay with making phone calls for nearly the whole shift. Expected shift starts at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. EST, 30 to 40 hours per week, hourly pay, performance and productivity within the first 2 months. The requirements must have a workplace free of any background noise, fairly decent computer with headset and mic, minimum 5 Mbps wired, and backup. Minimum 1 year experience in placing outbound phone sales or customer service. Yan. Previous real estate experience, cold calling, appointment setting, and telemarketing, a huge plus. Okay. So, in all of that, ano ba yung primary need niya? So, the primary need actually is someone who can set appointments. So, appointment setting, ang primary need ni client. Okay, so with that, what you can do to open your cover letter is you can probably say, let me help you book more clients by setting your prospects for appointments. Simple, straightforward. Again, your opening statement is, it doesn't have to be a novel. Diba? Ano lang siya, parang it's a hook. It's something that you can just sort of grab their attention. So once you have the opening statement done, then you need to go to the body. And this is where you can sort of expound more and support your opening statement. So for the body ng cover letter mo, you need to highlight yung specific experiences and skills that make you a perfect fit for the job. So how suitable are you? You can showcase how suitable are you by connecting yung qualifications mo dun sa job post mo or connecting yung experiences mo and skills mo dun sa job post requirements. So let's go back again to our example. I need someone to do customer support and order fulfillment for me. Okay, so maybe we can say I've been working as a customer service representative for the last 5 years, and your company can make use of my extensive expertise in this area. I'm skilled in handling customer inquiries, order fulfillment, returns, refunds, and even complaints. Additionally, you can also capitalize on my e-commerce management skills. So, as you can see, napaka-simple lang naman ng job post niya. Pero, with our cover letter, ipinakita natin na meron kang skills sa order fulfillment. Enough na alam mo na usually for order fulfillment, you have handled inquiries, returns, refunds, and even complaints. Diba? And since sabi niya, order fulfillment nga yung needs niya, chances are, meron siyang e-commerce store. So, hindi niya man outrightly sinabi, parang inunahan mo na siya. Sinabi mo na, if you need one, I'm actually skilled for that as well. Kasi kung nag-order fulfill siya, meron siyang product. Diba? At ngayon, so saan niya pinaprocess yung products na yun? So chances are meron siya e-commerce. But just in case wala, at least sinabi mo na, you know, if you need it, additionally, you can also capitalize. So, parang, inaan mo na, parang, hindi mo na may na-assume, but at least, you're laying out your cards na kaya mo rin gawin yun on top of that. So, at the same time, it shows na you give it some thought. Kasi maiksi lang yung job post niya eh. Pero you were able to glean more information from the job post. So, it just goes to show na you give attention to sa mga small details. Okay, this one, the long one. Okay, di ba mahaba siya? So, we'll try to touch base on dun sa mga iba't ibang points na minensyon niya. So here, I will be highlighting yun. Kailangan okay ka phone calls for nearly the whole shift and may previous experience ka with cold calling, appointment setting, or telemarketing. So we could say, as you can see, the cover letter or the body is quite short pa rin. But what we're trying to do is still highlight kung paano mo ika-come across yung mga skills mo and how you tie them up together with dun sa job post. So what we can say is, as an experienced customer service representative for the last 5 years, I'm used to being on the phone for an 8-hour shift. Additionally, you can also capitalize on my telemarketing skills. In fact, in my last company, I was consistently top 1 in sales for the past 3 years. So, di ba, hindi natin kailangang i-itemize yung resume natin. We just need to sort of hit yung mga specific needs niya na in-address niya sa job post. And tie it together dun sa mga skills natin. Okay. Yeah. So additionally, as we mentioned kanina, on your cover letter, so halimbawa nasabi mo na to, you can follow it up na, here's the link to my resume and portfolio. So you always have to remember to link it, or at least let them know kung saan nila ma-access yung resume and portfolio mo. Tapos yun, make sure to add specific client requests. Remember our meme from the very first job post. Di ba si client nagre-request siya ng meme that makes you laugh? So make sure na pag may mga ganung specific requirements, you have to add it. Like, some would say maybe, okay, if you've read the entire job post, add the word rockstar on your subject line. Yung mga ganun. So just make sure to keep an eye for these specific client requests and try to do that. Okay. So now na meron ka ng opening, meron ka ng body, it's time for us to close our cover letter. For this one, we just need to thank them for their time. Restate natin or reiterate kung bakit tayo yung good fit for the job post. And then, mention mo yung interest mo for the next step. Or at least open the table for the next step in the process. So how will we do that? So thank you for taking the time to read my application. I'm confident that I can offer you the customer support skills that you're looking for. I would love to hop on a call with you to discuss your business needs and how best I can support your goals. So as you can see, we always tie it back sa kanila. Di ba? I would love to hop on a call with you to discuss your business needs and how best I can support your goals. So, kailangan always natin i-remind sila na, whatever my skills are, whatever I wanted to do, it's for me to be able to help you out. So, we always need to tie it back to that. Okay, so signing off. For signing off your cover letter, err on the side of professionalism always. So go for yung mga common ones like best regards, thank you, best, sincerely, kind regards, just so you won't get wrong. Parang, it's always best to sort of err on the side of professionalism with this one. And that's it. So, ang mga key takeaway lang natin dito, always remember na si cover letter is not just a letter. It is a sales letter and you have to use it to sell yourself. So, keep it short para hindi naman mabore si recruiter and then always focus on their needs. So, specific client needs. Kaya nga, importanteng pinipersonalize siya. And as you can see, we always need to personalize kasi iba-iba yung needs ni client. So, if we focus on their needs, it's very easy for us to always personalize our cover letter.